There we go. I am on my laptop. This is a new work laptop. I'm not quite sure I've got this set up. So we'll hang out, and whoever comes on, they can give me a thumbs up for the to make sure everything's going in okay. Sound check and everything. There we go. I think got one person popped in just now. Um, let's see. We'll hang out. Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Hey Doc, can you? Hey Rodney. Hey Booze Traveler. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm on a different computer. I'm hoping that you can. You're waiting on the snowstorm. I tell you what, I am glad that the thing, although we got a little ice. We got about an inch of ice or sleet. And I am glad that it is gone. I don't care for the snow much anymore. Oh, and the video short that I did of me cutting the square piece of wood, that was a railroad tie. I buy them hardwood treated scraps, and they are pretty cheap. I'm glad it passed you. I got about 30 miles from the plant today, and the road was too bad, and I started slipping and sliding, and I thought, you know what? I ain't going to do it. I'm just not going to. There we go. Just not going to risk it. And the roads were so icy. So I just put it in tow package, and I creeped on back to the house. So that was about it. Okay, you said the sound is good. Okay, this is a new computer that I got for work. Hey, Marvin. How are you doing? I hope you're staying warm. Did you catch any of the cold weather? Hey, Sandy. How are you doing today? Southern part of West Virginia. Same thing. 8 to 12 inches of snow? Good grief. Yeah, no thank you. That's a little much. That's a little bit much for me. Well, you know what it is. I was listening to some other people talking, and they got like a foot and a half. I'm like, good grief. And this was up in northern parts of Tennessee. No, thank you. I will believe I'll pass on that. Yes, cutting those square trees. Man, they're heart of hardwood. They're railroad tie rejects. And hey, Jive Turkey, how are you doing? And so you get them. They have them cut in 18-inch lengths, perfect for the fireplace. And it's $25 a truckload. Or if you have a truck and a trailer, it's like $30. I mean, they don't care. They just, and it is a football field about 60 feet high, a mountain of hardwood scraps. So I just go out there and load them up once a week, something like that. And it's pretty good. Jive Turkey, I was wanting to tell you in person, thank you very much. You had done that super chat earlier last week, and I just now got everything set back up. So I just wanted to tell you in person-ish, sort of. Thank you. I appreciated that. Yeah, it is, because there's a funky math to this firewood selling stuff. $35 for a row up to the level bed of a truck. Now, sometimes it's a full-size truck. Sometimes it's a Ford little bitty Ranger. And sometimes it's something in between. Sometimes it's a step side truck with the flares, and it's just holy cow. Um, hey, Auto Salvage Outlaws, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Childersburg. Um, so that's the cheapest thing I have found for burning firewood. It's just because I had bought truckloads and truckloads from different people, and sometimes it's soaking wet and sometimes it's not. And they say, "Oh yeah, it's it's been out in the pasture," and I just cut it up, and it's like, "No, you haven't. It's still dripping wood or water." Um, yeah, um, I don't do pine in the fireplace, but every other one. Hey, Yardbirds, hope you're doing all right this evening. But everything that happened, all the cold weather and ice and snow, I did a video on this earlier. Whatever you did, sit back and think about it. And nobody's going to grade you but you. And don't say like, "Oh, I hope Darren's okay with what I did." Please, this is all you guys. This is you guys. Figure out what you did. Could you do anything different? That's it. If you like pot pies, and did you have enough pot pies? That's an odd example, but just something like that. Oh yeah, Marvin, you can. And all they ask is that you don't stack it above the truck. If you have side rails, you can stack it as high as you want, as long as it's not above the sides of it, because it falls out going down the road. And you sign a little liability waiver, and that's it. And it's kiln dried hardwood. Yes, yeah. Unless it's fat wood or not starters, that is. Now I burn it outside the fire pit. I don't burn cedar in the house either, because it's just got too much pitch. Because I do have a couple of cedar trees that I'd cut up and cut them into pieces, but that's just for the fire pit, and they burn pretty and they smell good. But it's just too much creosote going up into the chimney flue. That's not bad. Getting the firewood for free if you load it. I have to load it there as well, so it's just it takes about 45 minutes to get a truckload of it, and it's not too bad. That's pretty good, Marvin. If it's rounds and split wood, that's pretty good. But this stuff, some of it, the axe won't dent. It's just so hard. But every now and then I use those just around the property then, or I'll just burn them out eventually. But thankfully, it seems like everything is going away from Alabama. All the ice and snow. Although it's supposed to rain again tonight and tomorrow, and it may get nasty. I hope not, because I'm about sick of everything. Small load like an S10. Here's $150. Dadgum. Yeah, that's about right. And they don't talk about cords. Don't talk to them about cords of wood, because they'll give you some computations, and it's like, come on now. It's like algebra. I just want some wood. No, Sandy, I have not. I'm going to get that thing, and I'm going to see if it will work. I have seen the ads, and it looks like it would work, and I've seen the videos on YouTube, and it seems like it would work. Just a big old wedge screw, and it does pretty good. Yeah. Jive Turkey, I am. It's been a long time. I just didn't have enough internet. I barely had enough to do my legitimate work, and so I really couldn't justify playing. I am in Centerville, a little bitty South Alabama, kind of like lower South. That low would actually be considered a quarter. of a quarter. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I sure will, Sandy. I'll let you know how that wedge turns out. It's got to work. Uh, yes, sir. Having a log splitter on your PTO. Oh, okay. Auto salvage. Try to get together sometime. Chris from Surviving in Alabama. It turns out he was only about 45, maybe less than an hour away from me. We get together and do stuff pretty regular, depending on what all we have to do. Yardbirds, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now that I think about it, my dad had one too, and his log splitter would fill up the firebox. Yes, sir. And yeah, his log splitter also fed the dogs too. That's funny. Yeah, I understand completely, and I agree. Mom and Dad, they came over last night, and they were talking, and we were just sitting there chatting, and Dad was telling me something about he says, you split firewood? I'm like, oh, there's the fire. Yeah. He said, how long you been splitting firewood? I said, well, 5 days straight now. But he and I we had a wood burning stove when I was growing up. And so we would, on Saturdays, every Saturday, we'd go out there and cut, and we'd go out. There's a mountain in Childersburg, not really a mountain, Flagpole Mountain. And we would go up there, and somebody let us cut trees off their property, some of the dead standing trees. And so we would go up there and cut them and load them up. And then that was all day Saturday. And so all day Saturday, you were cutting the stuff from the week before because it's already dried wood. And so you do that all day Saturday. And I think the biggest thing would be you get you a Hardee's biscuit, one of them little cups of orange juice, the little plastic. So, yeah, Flagpole Mountain, auto salvage. I'm sure you know about it. It's up there. Drive past the big rock, the rock quarry. The can't remember the name of the quarry, but you drive past it and just wind on up. Be careful when you go up there because some of those people are kind of territorial still. So you need to know somebody going up Flagpole. My granddaddy, he was on the rescue squad, and he in conjunction with the fire department. So he was head of the Childersburg Rescue Squad. So we'd go all over that place, and we'd go up there in his old in the rescue Jeep, the old Jeep Willis, and we would go back in there because every now and then a hunter would get lost, and so you'd have to go up there and come on, hop in the truck, boy. We'll go up there. Somebody got lost. Yes, sir. Oh, did you? That's good stuff. Yeah, Granddaddy was something. He's hell. He's a hell of a man. About 5'6" and about 4 feet wide, and he was fairly quiet. But he had a commanding presence. I'll say that. He's a good man. I hate it. Alzheimer got him, and then cancer got him, and that's the way she goes. I have to dig up some pictures of him sometime. I've got them. But what else have you guys been doing? Everybody's been kind of digging out and loading up. In Minor Terrace, I'll be down around what do they call that thing? The Sack House, that big old white crooked 2-story brick building, something like that. Yes, sir. I'll be on here for a little bit longer, Jive Turkey. I'm I'm sure I know you, Auto Salvage, because everybody. I mean, if you're down right around that way, because there's Medley's grocery store. Oh yes, yes I do. Is this Andy? Yeah. Yes, sir. Um. Oh yeah, we are in L.A. Yes, we are. Um. Epperson's. Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. There was a son and a daughter or two, or something like that. But that was a good bit of kids that we all got to run around and play around and go down to the woods by the railroad tracks and all that stuff. That was good times, guys. If you did not, this is the sad thing. Um, if you did not grow up in that era, you just, I hate to say it, and not just nostalgic or anything, you missed out. No, sir. I work Booze Traveler. I work up in North Alabama, but I work from home too. So like I'll go up there 10, 15 days a month, and then the rest of it I'm home writing reports. So uh, taking into okay prepping question. Hodges, hey Hodge, your working pantry long term is detailed out. My working pantry is a work in progress, trying to reorganize it to make sure nothing is wasted. That's really good. Make sure and I'm sure you guys have heard it all and know about it ad nauseum. Rotate everything in, first out. Um, if you're going to buy one, buy four if you can afford it. Don't break the bank buying beans. I was going to do a video on this. Um, there are strategies and there are tactics. Everything from military applications to business applications to retirement, what you're going to do, how you're going to do everything from building a doghouse in the backyard. There's a strategy and then there's a tactic. Strategy is kind of like an overview or a plan. We are going to do this. Tactics are how you do this. Well, one of the tactics of doing a deep pantry system, because it can just overwhelm you, because I mean if you're going to do one, you're going to do a deep pantry system. Um, buy 4 cans. One of the things I do on the videos, why I do all the crazy cooking videos, it's a lot cheaper to cook at home, and that money I can take and I can do other things with it. I mean, it's not like I'm a great cook. I'm getting better, but just keep chipping away at it, Hodges. Figure out how many people you are going to try to feed in what length of time. Um, that would be your strategy, and then use your tactics to go from there. I need to load StreamYard. Yes, yeah, that was something I was going to do. I just got this thing, the work laptop up, and I just got internet Wi-Fi on this in the house that works. So yes, that will be something I will do. Other people can come join you. Uh, Sergeant Rocco, how are you doing, dude? I talk to you all the time. Uh, yes, I talk to you all the time. I'm on the phone. No, I'm sorry. I'm on the new computer. I was going to say I'll show you the computer, but I can't show you the computer. Well, I can't show you the computer. I'll show you the phone there. So I'm on the computer. Um, I am glad that you survived the winter weather with only minor difficulties, Sergeant Rocco. That is good stuff. Because I read what you'd posted to me about making. Hmm. It keeps freezing, huh? I'll have to see if I can't change some of the settings. I won't do it right now unless it just keeps on. It might be I have something set up incorrectly, because I literally opened this thing up, the computer out of the box 2 hours ago. Um, okay, maybe I don't know. I hope it is just something simple to remedy, and it's Windows. Whatever the newest Windows thing is, and I'm not saying it's because I got a new computer. I don't care for this. I have to learn a whole new operating system because I had Windows 97, and this is Windows Professional, or it's Windows something. Uh, that is you. You are the man, Sergeant Rocco. Yes. Um, as cold as it is outside, you can keep food in the car, and it will keep. Yep, I understand, Doc. I wouldn't have gotten a new one, and they gave me this one, and I was like, "Well, thanks." Now I got to learn a complete new system. So it's okay. Thank you, Sandy. So it's coming in good. I don't know what it is. If it continues, just let me know, and uh, I'll get my wife to look at it and make sure it works. I don't. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it's. I'm looking at the stickers on it. Yeah, it's one of them. Um, yes, I'm not. Well, it is what it is. Um, but on the deep pantry systems, Hodges, don't let it overwhelm you, and it will. You'll get sick of doing it, and then you'll quit doing it. Figure out how many people you have, and you can figure out how much food you're going to need. Um, the LDS has a really good website, and they have a lot of good downloadable information that you can look at and review, and it'll tell you about how many foodstuffs you need, how many calories per average, and that's something that I used to go by as well. And it'll give you a good guideline. And it also is, if you are on a restricted diet, like if you're on a low sodium diet, a buddy of mine, Kevin, uh, um, Broken Nomad, he's on a real restrictive sodium diet because he's had a couple of heart attacks. And so the stuff that he preps and sets aside for is far different from the stuff that I prep and prepare for. I do high protein stuff because I try to do a lot of keto. So I eat mostly protein and some vegetables. Um, hey, buddy. Shutu. I can never pronounce that right. You got to tell me how to say it again. Um, Hang on. Blah, blah, West Virginia. Good grief. But just chip away at it, all the prepping stuff. Everybody looks at the stuff I have and I say, holy cow, how'd you do all that? 20 years of stacking, cycling through, prepping and preparing and everything. And the same goes with whatever, you do, ammunition, same way and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Doc Falcon. I'm read, Dr. Put you on a salt free diet, to go around the neighborhood. Uh, I understand. Yeah, I understand. So like Doc, for example, he wouldn't want to be prepping like the Spam and a lot of the canned meats, because those are really high in nitrates and other salts. And so you got to be careful, because and another thing is, if you don't like mushrooms, don't buy a case of canned mushrooms, even if it is on sale, 50 cents a can. Auto salvage, granddaddy's name was Murphy, Wallace Murphy Taylor. And his wife, my grandmother's name was Sarah, which is really odd because that's my wife's name now. So absolutely. Yeah. Canning your own stuff is really good. That way, you know exactly what goes in it. We do some canning. I still got tomatoes in the freezer that we still have to can. We just hadn't had the time, because once the holidays hit, we did 2 case quarts of broth from all the chicken and turkey bones, made bone broth and stock. And I kind of do it all in one. So it's bone broth and it is stock as well. And so it all goes in the quarts and those things. Yeah. Tell you what, Rocco there is a canning fool, and he canned some interesting stuff. Rocco was a big help when I started doing all my fermentation. He actually sent me a lot of stuff for fermentation for my krauts and the kimchi and everything. And that stuff is good. He has access to a lot of you and Marvin would get along real well, because Marvin has access to a lot of the grocery stores, a lot of the like the Indian grocery stores and the Oriental grocery stores, and just he can really get some good stuff. Yes, I think I'm out of kimchi, and that was the shrimp flavored kimchi. I think it was, and that's pretty dang good. I was on the fence, because I was like, shrimp flavored kimchi, because I'm just a redneck chicken farmer, so I always thought there was just one kind of kimchi. Kimchi being Korean kraut, fermented. So that stuff's pretty dang good. And I gave away 7, 8 quarts of it. I even gave some to Chris when he came over the other day. Yeah, kimchi's good stuff. To cut out salt, liquor, and smoking. there you go. I understand completely. You have to cut out the salt, liquor, and the smoking. Yeah, you get used to the ear ringing, I guess, after that. The Indonesian hot pepper flakes. Yes, I did. And I have used them. I didn't use them all in the with the stuff, but the Szechuan peppers were really good too. I put them in a grinder, so whenever you want some really good pepper on whatever you like to put pepper on, we're talking about like in substitute of black pepper. These are kind of red Szechuan peppers, so it's pretty good stuff. You guys will enjoy that. But yeah, Rocco got me on a lot of stuff. Hey, there's BC slipping in. Big proponent of Spam. Absolutely. I like Spam. I like those canned hams that you did a video on. Also, I've got a bunch of them. The DANSK Dansk canned hams. Those are pretty dang good. I'm interested in that canned bread. I think you did a video on it, BC. And if I'll go ahead and mention this, if any of you guys have any YouTube channels, please post your pertinence on the side there so other people can take a look at it and everything. Because like BC, I know most everybody knows BC. And if you need a good knife, BC is a very accomplished knife maker, and he does good stuff. Um, More Treat Man. Oh yeah, Treat brand is good stuff too. Uh, my wife doesn't like Treat. To me, it's the same as Spam. Um, Maybe not as salty, but I like it. She looked at it and she said, "What's that stuff?" M&L luncheon meat. I don't know about that. I will, Rocco. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Aldi has 10 Danish hams, small but good for $2.59. That is a great price. Um, the ones that I were looking at were the larger ones, and when I started buying them, I started getting them like 3 or 4 years ago, and they were like $4 or $5, and I'd get them at Dollar General, and they were cheap. And so I'd buy them, and my wife would look at me and roll her eyes, and I said, "Hey, this is zombie food," you know. She has gotten a lot better with sampling the things that I bring home or sneak home. The other day, I snuck in. Don't tell her. Well, sometimes she watches this. I snuck in 20 pounds of beans and 20 pounds of rice. I still got to bag it up, and a vacuum. I didn't vacuum seal it. I did 6, 12, 18. I put 18 pounds of spaghetti in Mylar bags. That was fun. That was all day Sunday. It was so cold, so I figured, heck, I'll just do that. While everybody was taking a nap, I snuck it upstairs and was cramming it full. It's like I do drugs or something now. It is Spam adjacent, but not as salty and has chunks of meat. That's interesting. I'll take a look at it. Um, what is the name of that bread? The canned bread. B B and L B and M. I've still got B&M brown bread. Thank you, Doc Falcon. Yes, Rocco, I still have the recipe on my phone from when we talked last time. Tin bread in Japan. I just I just thought it would be, and you eat it, and it's round bread, and you eat it with baked beans. I mean, that's some sort of, I can't say nothing because people, I eat grits, so I can't say nothing. Um, so it's, you know, I cross all boundaries when it comes to food. I'll eat, I'll eat anything. Um, you ever had a pig ear sandwich? This guy has. It's chewy. I'll tell you that. But it goes down okay with hot sauce. I'll have to get some of that. I've not seen it down here in Alabama. I've looked in Tennessee when I've gone, but I haven't seen it there. I see it on Amazon. We'll probably have to get a few cans of it. But just buying one can is kind of expensive. But I'll have to try that and see. Um, Lightly toasted with some butter. Cannellini beans or 2 cups soaked, dried ones, navy, white, great northern beans. Yes, yes, we have. I remember us having that conversation because I had to look up cannellini, what a cannellini bean was. Uh, what else? They have whole canned chickens too. I can't remember the company, and it's canned, whole canned chicken. Yeah, Yardbirds, I'm the same way. Um, Butter beans and cornbread. Yeah, you can't beat that. Um, but that recipe that Rocco is throwing out there is pretty good stuff. H Mart. Huh. Oh, one of the I started doing a video on it, but I kind of petered out and ended up doing something else. I started working on this computer. We did a green enchilada soup, which it's green chilies. It was kind of off-putting the first time because it's green. The soup is green, but it's really spicy and it's really good. And then it's chicken as well, so it is pretty dang good stuff. Many cartwheels. Tubatini. Yeah, auto salvage. That it is pretty dang good. Hey, Tamara, how are you doing? Nice to see you. But right now we're just talking about recipes or unusual foods. What was the name of that software, Marvin? SteamYard. I have to write that down. And I'll put that in. I don't even know what an H Mart is. Marvin's told me before an H Mart. It's kind of like a super duper Oriental grocery store. I'll have to look that up. We're going to wrap up in just a couple of minutes. Do not forget, it's approaching time. What are you going to put out in your garden? Okay, SteamYard. I'll look it up and see if I can't get it downloaded to this thing. But don't forget, we are approaching spring. What are you going to plant? Even if it's herbs, something you don't have to buy. You know, it's one less thing. If you just do oregano, garlic, parsley, thyme, you know, that's like the trinity of Italian cooking right there. They did not grow, Sergeant Rocco. They grew, and they got about that big. The daikon grew about as big as my little finger, and I guess the slugs got them because I'd go out there and I'd pull one up and thump it off and I'd eat it. It's good flavor. That's all I could get. Yeah, that's okay. I'll try it again. Walmart already has all their seeds out, and I'm going to start digging around, looking at my Haas Tool seed catalog, and see what I can start coming up with. And we're also getting ready to tear everything down over there and break ground and do that. I ain't gonna do it till it gets warmer though. So we'll have us a groundbreaking ceremony. Rocco, it's okay. Sometimes those seeds just don't do. I bought packs and packs and packs, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Lovage. I'll have to try that. Tamara, it is an Oriental supermarket. Think like Walmart Supercenter, Oriental food. That's what I've been told. And yes, it's supposed to be, and only from Rocco and Marvin have I heard about this place or these places. And I've heard that you can get all kinds of good stuff like bulk food. And, you know, like we're talking about rice. Well, they have rice, like, you know, exotic black rice and red rices. And rice comes in different colors. Who'd have thunk? There you go. Like I said, I'm just a redneck. I have to learn these things through other people. Tinned quail eggs. You got me on that one. What's the temperature like, Tamara? What's the weather like wherever you are? Oh, wow. Prayers sent, Sandy. Good luck to you. I hope you get to feeling better, and let us know how everything goes. Have a good evening, Sandy. But well, we're guys at 40 minutes. So I'm going to wrap up. Let me know, would it accommodate more people being on here at 7 o'clock? Maybe you guys think? Yes, no, indifferent. And we're starting to get some more people on here now. So I don't know if I'll continue to do it every day, but we'll do it every day for a while. ABC sauce ketchup. Yes. Hey, buckskin saddlebags. Dang, I'm sorry about your teacher. Dang it. I hope he gets. I hope he does okay. That can be. I mean, if hitting your head is serious enough for you to go in the hospital, that can be something serious. Of course, they may just be doing just watching for concussion. Monitor, no sleep, all that stuff. But yeah, thank you for making it, and I hope that your Bible study teacher gets to feeling better. Dang, that sucks. Uh, 30 degrees. I can't remember. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh, I just saw that you sent me something, Rocco. The weather. Well, the weather outside is frightful. Actually, it's 44 degrees. It's going down to 21 tonight, but we're supposed to be having another. Good grief. It's supposed to be another hard freeze. Um, Purple Majesty. Potatoes. I will have to. I'll have to look at those. Tamara, thank you. Have you ever grown them before? Yeah, Sergeant Rocco, I think you got me beat. Y'all do Conway's Irish Ale and Pazaki? Paziki? Paxi? Oh, okay. Okay. Like the Yukon. That Kewpie mayonnaise is the stuff. I'm telling you right now. That Kewpie mayonnaise, I used to think Hellman's or Duke's. Don't tell nobody I said I kind of like Duke's now. Holy cow. Punchy. Yeah, you did, Sergeant Rocco. Guys, if you don't know, it is Japanese mayonnaise. Looks like regular mayonnaise, and it's in the shape of a little Kewpie doll, like from the fairs. A clear squeezy. Holy cow, that's pretty good stuff. Um, yes, Sergeant Rocco, you were right. He sent me a big box of stuff, and in that big box was Kewpie mayonnaise, and I was like, what? Yeah. Duke's is a good standby. Duke's is a good standby. But while you see me do all the videos in the kitchen, it ain't my kitchen. It's my wife's kitchen. She buys Hellman's mayonnaise. And no, I'm not the boss. Please don't think that. Um, I'll tell you before she tells you, and then she'll tell you too. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys coming by. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for seeing all the new people and everything. Buckskin Saddlebags, thanks for coming by, Tamara. Everybody, Rocco, BC, he may still be in here and everything. Auto Salvage Outlaws, we'll have to get together and catch up on some stuff. But Boost Traveler, yeah. Guys, you take it easy. Y'all be safe. Stay warm. And I will see what I can do to find that SteamYard stuff. Y'all be safe. See ya.